Alright, so we're back with the car again. I'm actually going to turn this into a little video series I'm going to do. This car, I want it to be on the track in 3 months, and that's not a long time. We got a lot of work. We still have all the wheels to polish. We got this one done, and we still have all the other ones to polish. So I'm going to make this little series. I'm going to do something every day, and then at the end of the week I'm going to post it as week 1, week 2, etc. until this car is on the track. I guess I'm gonna call this day 1 of week 1. What y'all missed was the keys, but we got the bucket seat in and we moved the gauges. Can't really see it because we have that on too. I'll show y'all here in a second. But what we're gonna work on right now is the fitment. It's not the best. So we have to pull out the fender and relocate the wiring harness above the fender well, because if y'all know anything about SJs, they rub through. Had to fix a lot of the wiring on this car already because of it. So we'll see if I can relocate that above. I'm gonna go and take off the fender, which means to take off the bumper, and it looks like a couple of the bolts of the side skirt. Let's see what we gotta do. Okay, so we got the fender, got the bumper off, got all of our hardware and everything is laying around. This took super long because of this one screw. Oh, you can see the mounting point right here. You need to basically reach behind the, I can't even think. It's behind the fender and everything. Side skirt. No, we finally got it off though. So I think the plan is to cut like right here and have it run above this. It looks like, oh no, I thought this went all the way over. Unless it's been cut in the past. I don't know. We're just gonna cut it like back here, which you can see where it rubbed through. Actually, let me get y'all light. Yeah, there it is. So that's where it rubbed through, which it looks like the lowest point as well. So we're just gonna try and get that up here. And hopefully it won't touch the fender and we're all gonna be good. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going through here. And it's routed so weirdly, like it comes straight up and then straight back down. And that's for, I suppose, the washer fluid tank. Oh yeah, because then we completely took that out, so we can go ahead and get rid of these. No problem. Alright, so that's 2 less things we gotta worry about. And then it'll just be the main bulk wiring harness. So yeah, I'm gonna have to undo all these zip ties and see where I need to cut, try and line it up. So yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. Okay, so everything's kind of going to plan. I haven't really watched any videos on this, but I just cut it right here, and it's gonna run all the way across the top. Give us a huge gap. This will be the lowest part. I have red dudes. There's nothing you can really do about it because of how this is, unless you want to cut this higher up. Which I don't want to get rid of too much structural. Plus it gets into the wall up there and it's just, it takes too much structure out of the front. So right here is going to be the best bet. And it'll basically run like this all the way across. Now, I did cut it. And then I took a grinding disc, or flap disc, whatever you want to call it, and just smoothed it out a little bit. It's still a little bit rough. So I don't know, I might throw something on it to make it, I mean, I went around all the edges pretty well to make sure it's not going to cut through this, which it shouldn't, because it's going to be zip tied down like super secure. But yeah, now I have to do the zip tying part, so I got a little bitty drill bit. I'm just going to drill holes where need be so I can fit zip ties without them coming underneath this. We're going to try and keep the fender well super clean. We got the, went ahead and cut out these washer fluid lines because I don't have a washer fluid tank. I need to take out that bracket too. It's been getting on my nerves. I'm assuming, I haven't really looked into it, so I'm assuming this is my hood latch. Yes, okay, so make sure, I'm happy I didn't cut that. That would have been bad. Would have been a bad day. Yeah, hood latch is still good. I got it running straight up top as well. which it normally runs underneath until right here and then comes out and goes the normal route. So I basically just moved this clip from down here to up here. Super simple stuff. Like I said, I haven't watched any videos on this. Just kind of freeballing it. Fender was a pain to take off. There's like, I know 2 screws that I'm not putting back in. You can't pay me. But it'll be fine. But yeah, it is getting late as well. Probably gonna end up doing the other side tomorrow because of how late it is and how long it took to get that fender off. But yeah, I'm gonna drill some holes. I love drilling into my car. Alright, I'll update y'all. Alright, final result for this side. Super happy with how it came out. Not excited to put the bumper or the fender back on because it was actually, like, I can't even explain. So much more complex than it had to be. Like, it's 2 screws up here, 2 screws on the pinch weld, which is rusted and folded over. And then there's 1 screw right here from this side. So you have to reach all the way in there with like a flat head because I have all my work tools at work. So I don't have like an extension that can reach back there. It was just a pain. I guess I could show you right here. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, but I got this side done. I don't even know what time it is. Might finish the other side, I don't know. But I just gotta put this back together right now. I went ahead and tucked up those the washer fluid stuff. It just looks a lot cleaner. I'm excited to get this thing on the track. That's the only thing that's motivating me because I do not want to be out here right now. I'd rather go to bed and get some sleep before work tomorrow, but I'm out here grinding away. So I'm gonna get this fender back on and everything that I don't want to do, so that way it'll be done. And either start that side right now or start that side tomorrow. It'll probably be the next clip anyway. So yeah, I'll see y'all. Okay, so next day we're back on it. These rusty calipers that are brand new, but we took this one back off. It wasn't fitting right. I wanted to figure out what we're gonna do about that. I did go ahead and take this side off. So this car is like stuff laying everywhere. Because we do have to tuck this side as well. It almost feels like this one's not as thick as that one, so maybe that one will be easier. Yeah, but it did suck. I had to take this all the way back apart because it's just too thick and the fender's sitting so tall and nothing's lining up. So, I don't know, I might fold this down some so that way it's not sitting on it and it's sitting against it. I might have to figure something out though. We did go ahead and take off the wheels because we are lowering these coilovers, slamming it back on the ground because having that much gap in between the wheel and fender was getting old. Yeah, we are at work. I'm about to have some buddies come over possibly to help me out, make things go a little bit quicker. Because after we do all this, we have to do the same with the rear and drop it down some too. Because even with all of the weight leaning on the rear, it's still horrible fitment. And we got a long way to go on these D-Max coilovers. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on working towards finishing this. I do need it done. We do have a car show this thing's gonna be at this Saturday. So that'll probably be in a separate video. But that's when it's taking place. Today's Monday and that'll be Saturday. So yeah. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna get this done tonight. It is done. Car is sitting a lot lower. It's still got a gap, but I do not care. So the rear does not have a gap. I mean, it's got a lot of space in between, but it's sitting behind the fender well, so I like that better. Plus, those are 17x7s on the rear. We're gonna be putting 17x9s as the drift set, so that's gonna make it stick out a little bit. Might have to end up raising it, I'm not sure. But 17x7, 17x7, and our drift set is 17x8 in the front, 17x9 in the rear. But yeah, it's sitting a lot lower. We took it on a little test drive, scraped like 5 times. I'm not used to this, but I like the way it sits. It's also going to settle overnight and for the next day or so, especially whenever I drive it to work. But yeah, got this fender fixed. It was really bad. Now there's a tiny divot right there, but it has to have that for the door to open. And the only way we got that, y'all probably can't even see it. There's a block of, yeah, y'all can see it. A block of wood Only way we can get it to work. And this side, camera doesn't do justice, but like there's that side. Here's this side. It's got a pretty decent gap. I guess the whole finger width is pretty bad, but it's not gonna rub the wiring harness. And I take that over a perfect fitment any day until we get a KVD body kit that fits perfect, which it probably won't. But yeah, thrash seats in. I tried, so if you look at it in certain angles, it almost looks crooked. Y'all probably can't see it, but like especially from this side profile, it just looks crooked. Try to put some washers, they didn't fit, so I might try that again. But yeah, this is where I'm gonna call it tonight. We do have wiring coming in for the water temp gauge. It's not currently working. The 2-wire that goes to the actual sensor broke, so that's gonna be going in probably tomorrow. As far as the rest of the week, it's probably just gonna be sanding. So we got that wheel done. This wheel's ready for polish. And these two haven't even been started. So probably gonna knock this one out. It'll take like a day. That one might take 2 because it has, this one is just outside lip smooth and it's very simple. Where this one has lip, and you can't see it, but there's another lip right here. So it's like a triple lip design and it's gonna take a while. But yeah, I'll see y'all at the rest of this week. This is gonna be the last clip of the night. We got it lined up a lot better. Still got a word divot right there. And this side is done as well. And it's looking pretty good. So, super happy with this. I'm about to lower the car. Y'all seen me do that before, so not too worried about it. And yeah, this will be a night complete. Super happy. Alright, day 3 of week 1. We're in the garage polishing up some wheels. Just 2 of those 2, that one's done, and this one's the next one on the chopping block. So you can already tell, like right here I did not polish, right here I did polish. So we're just going to try and finish this wheel up tonight and maybe start on some sanding on those, try and get them cleaned up a little bit. But this is probably all I'm going to do for today, and I don't have any other plans for the rest of the week either, so we will see where the week takes us. But this is looking like my future for now. So yeah, I'll see y'all on the next day. Alright, final update for day 3. It's like 1 a.m. This is the last wheel that needs to be done. Can't see it well, but that wheel's polished, that one's polished, and that one's polished. I put in about 5 hours tonight, and that 5 hours is polishing one, completely sanding the other one, and polishing it, and now all we have is this one. And this one's probably gonna take about 7 hours because 7 spoke and it's got like a triple lip on it. So calling it for tonight. I might pick this back up tomorrow or the next day, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll see y'all then. Alright, pretty big update on the car on how we're going to get it to the track. We're not going to drive it anymore. We bought a truck. It's a 2008 Ram 1500. It's alright. It's got like 160,000 miles. Super dirty. But it's got the 4.7 liter. I don't know anything about trucks, but it can tow us to the track and back. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna try and fix up. It's got a lot of issues. The gas gauge doesn't work. Water temp gauge doesn't work. It doesn't want to fill up at the gas station. It's just got a bunch of little stuff. But it is a nice little truck. Let me show y'all. Got my light bar out here. Tan interior. it's just a nice little truck, and it's going to help us out a lot because we could be saving a lot of money on tow bills if something happens to the track and we have to get towed home several times. So it's super late at night. I'm gonna wash this thing. I just got it home not too long ago. But yeah, this is gonna be another project on my hands. But it'll be fun. I mean, I'm gonna have to get a trailer too. And this thing can come to the track whenever I want it to. And it can break as much as it wants to, because I can drive that to work if I need to. So I can do a little bit more risky stuff with my car now. Super excited. Yeah, I'm gonna finish washing this thing up and then I'll show you all a better look in the morning. And we're also going to Midpond in the morning for the spring break party thing. So I'm gonna get a lot of clips, a lot of footage, talk to some people, meet some people there. So I'll see y'all then. Good morning. Today we are going to a little air fest thing. It's like 45 minutes away. We're gonna be like 20 minutes late. Yeah, it's bright and early in the morning. Our car is gonna be in front of one of the tents, and after this tomorrow we're going to Midpond, so it's gonna be another early morning. But we're up, we're gonna make it. I'm gonna try and get some footage to put in there for it. Today is Saturday.
I think I got it, right?
So smooth. Alright, it's day 3 of week 2. Today we got the multimeter out and we're actually going to be able to diagnose that parasitic draw. Went ahead and fastened in the bucket seat a little bit more, and I added the seat belt. I don't know, the part where it clips in. I got it mounted up. We also got a little Bluetooth device plugged in the aux, so we can actually listen to music on this thing now. A lot nicer. And on the truck, we're about to do the parasitic draw test. Basically, connect positive to the negative terminal, and then connect the negative to the battery negative post. And it'll basically tell us if anything's coming through the truck, power-wise. So that way we can test and see if it's got anything going on. Right now the battery's disconnected. We actually do have a little bit of daylight to work with today, so I'm gonna try and get a lot done. Here we go. So yeah, basically all we're gonna do, since we do have a quick disconnect, is negative on the multimeter, positive and then negative, and that'll tell us current that's passing through the system. And then we're gonna go through fuse box and the fuse box on the interior, and basically it should be at 2 to 3 amps. And after we pull the fuse that has the affected circuit, it should go down to 0.08 milliamps or 8 milliamps, something along the lines of that. So let me get this hooked up and see what it's reading. Okay, I know it's probably easier to show y'all than it was for me to explain it, but basically we have our multimeter on amps. I'm going to touch the positive, and then with our other hand we're going to touch the negative. And now we're seeing that we do have about 1 amp coming through when nothing's on. I have the door open, but I did take a screwdriver and I latched the door so that way the car doesn't even know that this door is open, or the truck. So nothing should be powered. This hood latch has no electronics hooked up to it, so that's not going to cause anything. So that 1 amp is just a parasitic drain. So now we have to remove the fuse panel, start pulling fuses until it goes away. I'm probably going to get some clips or something to hold my leads to the terminals, so that way I can actually pull fuses without having one hand tied up. But yeah, that's basically all I'm doing. And then whenever that's going to disappear, then I know the circuit that's messed up, and if it's something I'm not using, I'm just going to disconnect it. Like if it's AC, the AC on this truck doesn't work, I can just disconnect that and it's easy fix. So hopefully it's something like that and not something important I'm actually going to have to figure out and probably rewire. So yeah. It is week 2, day 5. Parasitic draw is still a thing. No fuse has changed anything. To the best of my knowledge, this thing does not have any other fuse boxes other than this one, which only has about 20 fuses in it. So we're going to start unplugging stuff, but we can't even test it right now because the battery died while the quick disconnect was on. So I'm going to have to look up what can cause that, and maybe that'll help narrow it down a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this battery off and then take the 180 out to O'Reilly's to get it charged. There we go. This door never closes all the way. And this seat has been, this door's locked. It's the truck keys. There we go. Alright, so we're back from O'Reilly's, and we have the battery with us because they tried to test it, and it tested good, and it has 12 volts, but the truck still will not start. So now I'm going to swap out the battery terminals, hope that that makes some kind of difference, at least a little bit. Let's get this hung up so we can see. And one good thing is that this attracts all the bugs to the top and not in your face. So I hang it up there. So battery has charge, but it was acting like it was dead. So I'm thinking terminals. I bought terminals. Let's get the battery out of here. Oh yeah, there we go. Nah, I'll close that door later. I gotta get the terminals out of the car still. But I'm not sure what could be going on. Let's see, it goes on like this. Oh yeah, one-handed. There we go. Tuck that handle back in there. Okay, so we're just gonna replace these battery terminals. They are old and corroded, but I didn't think they were that bad. Bad enough to cause this problem. It could also be these wires. Because if you look, this wire goes straight down there. And it might have gotten twisted or broken. But it does start occasionally. So, I don't know. I've never run into this kind of issue. I wish I didn't. But it'll be just enough of a truck to get us to the track in this thing. So that's fine with me. Here is our, wait until we get in the light. Battery terminals. So, I'm just gonna throw these on and see if it starts. Well, she's running. So, not only is it started, but it also fixed the low idle. So I'm thinking battery terminals fixed a lot of our issues. See if we can get out of here. We are crammed up in there. I can't see a thing. I hope there's not a car right here. Here, I'll pull up. I'm probably gonna do this. Oh yeah, Mopar. There we go. Can almost see things now. So we still got a couple issues before we can take this thing all the way to the track. AC doesn't work. Fuel gauge doesn't work. Coolant temp doesn't work. Oil pressure doesn't work. We do have our battery voltage gauge working now. So that's good. That helps us out a lot. So I'm gonna take this thing to O'Reilly's and get some free labor and then swap out the battery terminals and then go get some taco shells. So I will see y'all soon. I don't know, somewhere. Well, we did not make it home from O'Reilly's. We had to get jumped off. We put the new battery terminals on, no power, no lights. Put the old ones back on and then it was fine. Advanced screen, we love it. We put the old terminals back on and it had some power but it wouldn't crank, and then the battery test went from good to bad, and then it cranked, and then we tested it again and then it said good. So I don't know. Mopar. I think it's got a battery drain though. I know it has a battery drain, and I know it has a battery drain. Update, we are in the truck and we just lost all power and power steering. So now, but at least we're at the house, and it happened as we were going down my road. So I'm gonna try and push this thing somewhere. Still got the mileage. We were going 25 when we lost everything. Week 2, day 7. Day 6. After pushing it here last time that I drove it, I think the terminals are loose. But we're gonna try and clean them up. So I got everything I need to take them apart. Got a wire brush and I got a terminal cleaning kit. Let's see if this helps it at all. Get all this stuff out. Pittsburgh. And then we got a Harbor Freight bag. Only need one thing out of the bag though. Here it is. It's a pretty neat little terminal cleaner kit. It comes with a brush, and this side is the side that you clean the actual post with. So I'm gonna try this out and see if it has a more reliable crank. We did get a oil pressure sensor, coolant temp sensor, and a fuel pump all ordered for this as well. So this thing's got a lot of stuff coming for it. I'm not spending more money than that though. I don't want this thing to be a money pit, I just want to get the car to the track. So let me go ahead and clean up this terminal and get it started, and then park it back in the grass where it was last time. Alright, this thing's loud. I'm gonna go over here. So we cleaned up the battery terminals, we got them all connected. We went ahead and put the little quick disconnect back on. Everything's fine, it's running. Sounds fine. I think it was just a battery terminal issue, and now we have that. So, almost sounds like it's knocking. That would not be good. I'm not putting the motor in this thing. Put all my stuff back. This is going back to work. It didn't take me too long. That don't sound good. Oh well. It didn't take too long. I just had to take it all apart, wire brush everything, and clean it up. Yeah. Everything's looking normal, no lights. Everything's still broken. But everything's gonna be fixed soon, and I'm excited for that. Now we do have to eventually let this thing run out of gas, just so the gas tank will be easier to drop. And drop the gas tank, change the fuel pump, change the oil pressure sensor, change the coolant temp sensor, and the truck should be good. I gotta take it to CDJR to get a couple recalls done. And I got sandpaper to do this wheel, the last one. But I'm kind of tired of sanding wheels, so I might just sand that last one whenever we get tires for all these. The barrels look horrible, but I cannot care less. I mean, these wheels look nice. Like these front ones, they look nice. Then you look at the barrels and they're just covered in dirt, so I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess. Alright, well I guess I'm gonna pull this thing back to its parking spot. Hopefully this will get rid of any issues we have. We do still have a little bit of an issue where the negative terminal is loose and it's fully tightened, like, but it's whatever. Maybe it won't go out, and if it does, I'll be able just to wiggle it or something. Ooh, I'm gonna put a screw in there before I forget about it. How about that? Oh yeah, Mopar. Turn the lights off. Pop the hood. I'm gonna throw a screw in that before I forget. And then I do have a good bit of stuff I'm gonna do today. that is not on either of my vehicles. So this is probably gonna be the last thing you'll see from me today. But anyways, I'm gonna throw a screw in this and call it a day. And then maybe I'll pick up tomorrow, but tomorrow is also Easter, so I'm not sure. So yeah, see y'all.